Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called into this reading in particular, mystery reading at number 637. Before getting into this reading, chances are most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around, hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it so you don't miss an upload. My current goal is 500 subscribers so I can have access to offering channel memberships, so if you do decide to subscribe and support my channel, thank you very much. So we're going to start off with interpreting the number 637, which brings the energy of unconditional love, the devil, unhealthy attachments, healing, growth, communication, authenticity, and wisdom, awareness. I feel the wisdom is related to healing. I feel like loving yourself more, the healing coming from that. You're really, like, loving yourself unconditionally is really teaching you a lot. Not only about yourself, but your environment, your country, the world, other people. There could be something significant or in particular that you've been learning recently or something like that. Could it be related to the whole Red Note TikTok thing and the merging of cultures? Or it doesn't even have to have anything to do with TikTok or any of that political stuff. And it could just be about cultures merging is teaching you a lot. I just saw 222, which is about balance, peace, harmony. I just felt something here about forgiveness, equal give and take. Maybe there's something here that you need to release or to let go of, whether it's on the inside or the outside, to, you know, create more balance, which will ultimately give you more wisdom and awareness. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw out a card from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot to see what energies, messages, signs, you know, whatever wants to come through for you. I just felt like communication feels significant here. And when I looked at the timer, it said 3 minutes and 3 seconds, 3:03. There's a cycle here, something starting, something ending, where communication makes the difference. You're going to communicate something, it's going to put something to an end, but then something else is also going to begin. I want to say something healthier, whether it's a healthier way of looking at things, healthier relationships, healthier work environment. I just saw 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. And I feel like that's related to letting something go. You deserve more balance, harmony, and peace in your life. So if you do feel resistance around letting something go, that could be an unhealthy attachment that prevents you from loving yourself unconditionally. It's time to take a deeper look at that if you haven't started already. So this is interesting. I have the Emperor in reverse with the number 4 on it. We are 4 minutes into the video. I did just see 4:20, so if you know what I'm talking about there, that could be significant for someone. That could be an unhealthy attachment, but it could also have a more light aspect to it, to where it really helps enhance the wisdom that you are gaining. But this Emperor card, it's funny, I just saw 444. It says major power struggle, control, avoidance, stuck, paralyzed. Upright, it says calm, level-headed, ruler, structure, practical, logical, paternal figure, order, stability, and routine. So I'm getting a lot of different messages. Like, this could be an unhealthy relationship in your life, or you are recognizing unhealthy leadership somewhere, whether it's at work, in your country, wherever. This could also be you, but this feels more related to an energy outside of yourself. Well, it could be mirroring something back to you that's also unhealthy or toxic about yourself, your relationships, the way you look at things, the way you process things. For some reason I wanted to say the way that you heal, but that doesn't make sense. Maybe there's something here about you might feel a little misguided when it comes to healing. Make sure you're not spiritual bypassing. If you don't know what that means, I definitely recommend you look it up. I just saw 555. It's a sign of change, transformation, movement. The first thing I feel is that's a message about embrace change. So there's definitely something here that you're letting go. There's a figure here that is avoidant, maybe controlling, and it's time to remove this person or environment from your life. It's time to let go of the unhealthy attachment, free yourself. And at this freeing yourself, letting something go, it's not, this isn't a message or video about saying it's easy. I mean, the harder it is, the deeper the wisdom that you are capable of obtaining. So it's like if you yearn for something, for some reason, I'm being reminded of yearn for the minds. This could definitely be like a job-related thing for someone. But if you yearn for something, I feel like you could replace that yearning with reflection. Like almost like a sign or a signal, like, okay, now it's time for me to look inward, find out where I can heal and learn and grow. So I'm gonna be real with you. I just saw a roach crawling on the wall, and I do feel like the spiritual meaning of that insect is part of this reading. And when I looked up the spiritual meaning, it represented hidden issues, unresolved energies, negative emotions, which really confirms here that maybe there's something in your subconscious that needs to come up to consciousness. There's something here that you're not aware of that, you know, once you let something or someone go, it's going to be revealed to you, and it's going to be very helpful. I mean, not only very healing, but also it might provide more direction or validation that you need to help with moving forward. Seeing the number 4, it's quite clear here that you need to prioritize stable relationships, stable partnerships, stable connections, whether it's a connection with another person, a connection with a job, networking. I just saw 122, and that's a sign to remember that change starts with you. So if you want more stability in your life, more stable relationships, more stable, consistent opportunities, that first needs to start from within yourself through having a stable line of communication with yourself and being willing to set boundaries with yourself. You know, words or actions that you're not willing to accept from yourself, in the same way that, you know, there's some words and actions that you won't accept from others. So be very mindful of how you speak to yourself, and make sure you're not speaking to yourself in a way that you wouldn't accept from another person, or that you wouldn't even, you know, speak to others in that way. I'm going to wrap up this reading by drawing out a card from this box of cards, which are cards I made myself, if you didn't already know. Huh. Very interesting. I have the moon, and it says, find clarity in the situation. What's real and what's not. Don't let your fears deceive you. Trust what you know and feel. There's also the number 18 that comes down to the number 9. I just saw the number 239. So more energy around balance and healing that feels like it's related to your purpose. You know, it's either something that you already know is part of your purpose and this is just confirmation, or you need to be aware that healing is part of your purpose. It's part of the plan, I feel, that the universe has for you. And I just saw 303 again. So it's important for you to express yourself authentically first to yourself. Be honest with yourself about what you know, what you feel, what you're passionate about, so that way you can be honest with the world around you about that. There's a lot of messages coming through. The 18 comes down to the number 9, and that's where I got the energy of purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. Know that the healing, any healing that you do, it's going to affect more than just you. It has the power to make a difference, whether it's a small difference in someone else's life or a big difference on a global level. You really won't know until you do some reflecting of how much of a difference you can truly make. So trust that that is possible. And I want to say, like, you don't have to do anything big or grand to make a difference. You could just be the change that you wish to see, and that's enough. I thought it was interesting for the moon to come out because I'm thinking back to that cockroach energy with, you know, hidden, unresolved emotions or fears or issues, because the moon is all about the darkness, things being obscured, and navigating the unknown. So what darkness here do you need to explore? What anxiety, sadnesses, depression, fears do you need to explore, not only to heal, but to also gain wisdom and awareness and a better understanding of your purpose and how you can make a difference, even if it's not, you know, something extravagant. The way I look at it is every single person on this planet is part of a puzzle, a bigger picture. And to see the full picture, you know, the whole puzzle, you need every piece, you need every person. So never underestimate the importance of the work that you do on yourself alone. Someone here could, you know, want to be a healer, and that makes it all the more important for you to focus on your own healing so you can, you know, do what you feel called to do. The idea of discerning between reality and not reality definitely feels significant here. That's what healing is going to provide you as well. It's going to make things more clearer. This find clarity energy is very significant. And I just saw 555, embrace, change, and transform, and let go of what you need to let go to not only love yourself more, but to also help the world release what no longer works. I know sometimes these can just feel like smaller issues since it's just your own life, but I promise you it matters in every way possible. Just don't let your fears deceive you. Yeah. It's like your fears are telling you one thing that's making you anxious and feel trapped, but your intuition is telling you another that brings you calm and peace and makes you feel free. And I want to tell you, follow the freedom, not the entrapment. Don't corner yourself or put yourself in a box. Find a way out, because there's always a way out. And I just saw 654, which is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason, and I was excited to see that, because finding a way out, in the description of my YouTube channel it says there's always a way out, and I wholeheartedly believe that freedom, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, it's possible. It all really just starts with looking inward, looking at what you know, what you feel, and learning how to trust yourself more. So it's easier to tell the difference between fact and fiction. The letter F could be significant for someone. If you're in studies, if you do have an F, don't let that reflect your worth. I think that's actually very interesting because grades can also be linked to wisdom. But I want you to know that if you resonate with that, if you didn't do that good in school, even if you're not studying now, your wisdom lies elsewhere. And it's okay if you're more a people person, a healer, rather than an academic, you know? Just be yourself. Learn how to be yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself, and believe in the way forward, and your goals, and your ambitions, and just where you want to go overall.